Warning. The following content is intended for immature audiences only. The opinions of these two fine gentlemen should not be taken seriously at all.
The JTS 51 Podcast. Introducing your hosts, JT and Sai.
Hello and welcome to episode... It's 13. It's absolutely 13. It's 13. It's 13. I was about to say 12. Introducing your host. Me, JT, the man with no plaque, thanks to my dentist.
Me, the other guy with no clue. I'll tell you. We should rehearse these, but then it wouldn't be as much fun.
I know, mate. And introducing my co-host, Sai. Sai, as always, mate, how you doing? You okay?
Oh, yeah, not so bad. I'm quite sleepy today, actually. Like, you and I successfully did the podcast before this.
Absolutely.
We always phone up and we're like, right, we're going to start on this time.
Yeah, never happens.
And then 2 hours later, through a bunch of, like, UFOs and aliens and pyramids, we're like, right, should we start the podcast now?
We, honestly, if our listeners got to hear our pre-pod, oh, my God, they'd be like... Wow, these guys, what the hell are they talking about? It's literally, we go down a rabbit hole every single time. It's just mental. We've got so much to say. That's the thing. We've got so much to say. The world is absolutely crazy. So it's like natural. We've got so much to say. Oh, wow. Yeah, I was feeling sleepy as well, mate, honestly, before the pod. I logged off from work a bit late, I was telling you earlier. And then I thought, let me sit down. I've got a few hours just to chill. 5 minutes later, boom, I'm knocked out on the bed. No, it's dangerous. Those naps are dangerous because when you don't have an alarm set, oh my word, where does the time go? Oh.
I had a conversation at work a few years back with one of my managers, and he was like, oh, yeah, no, so how long would you say a cat nap is? And I was like, I don't know, like 3 hours, that's my cat nap. And he's like, no, I'm talking like 20 minutes. I'm like, I don't think I've ever had one of them.
Yeah.
I'm asleep and I'm gone.
When I was a bit younger, I think a 20-minute nap would do me the world of good, and I'll just be energized, refreshed, and I'll be ready to do, whatever's happening. But nowadays, it's like, I don't know what it is. I love sleep. I love sleeping, but I just don't do it enough. I just don't want to go to sleep though, because every night, right, it's a regular occurrence. My wife will be, she'll be asleep, right, because she's got to wake up a little bit earlier than me. But me, that's my time to shine. I just have my tablet ready, got my headphones in, and I've gone down a YouTube rabbit hole. And next thing you know, it's 2 a.m. and I was like, I should actually get some sleep now because I've got work tomorrow. What's going on here? Oh, mate, it's the same thing every night. But yeah, when I do finally get to sleep, I love it. And even like when I've got like nothing to do, and if I'm in my comfy bed, damn, I'm out like a light. And those are the dangerous sleeps, the unscheduled sleeps. They're dangerous because you don't know whether it's going to be 20 minutes or it's going to be 3 hours, like you said.
Yeah, I just hope somebody's walking past to like nudge me to wake me up or something like that. I tell you what is annoying though. Do you have those dreams where you're awake and you're fully functioning and you're doing stuff in your dream, and then you wake up in the morning and you're like, you don't feel like you've slept because you've spent the whole of the dream just doing something, I don't know, being chased or whatever it happens to be, and you wake up and you're like, I don't feel like I've slept because my whole dream was just like so vivid. I need to have a extra sleep to recover from the sleep.
I've had those, mate, honestly. And it's really sad to say, isn't it, when you're dreaming about having a normal day, just living life is just absolutely crazy.
That's the other one. That's the worst. When you dream about getting up and ready for work, and then you wake up and you've got to do it all again. It's like, no, I've just done this.
Yeah, man. Like you're reliving the same normal day twice. Do you know what I mean? It's ridiculous. Doing spreadsheets in your dreams. It's terrible. That is terrible. Oh man, I think for me as well, it's like when we have dreams. I've had dreams, right, where for something weird has happened, and I'm thinking to myself, oh, this is a dream. This isn't real. I'm gonna wake up any second, and then I wake up, and it'd just be like, yeah, I knew that was a dream, but you're not meant to know. Like, I think I read a scientific study. It was like a link out on Twitter, known as X now. Where when you're dreaming, you don't know it's a dream. Like your mind does not know it's a dream at all. So it was really weird for me to say, oh, I hope this is a dream because something weird just flipping happened. I don't know, like an elephant just came in and smashed up the room or something. Like
completely normal.
Yeah, I'm like, there. I'm pretty sure this is a dream. And then next thing you know, bang! I've woken up. I'm like, yeah, it was a dream. Yeah, elephant free in life.
Well, this is why they can never invent teleporters. Have you had this thing?
No.
So pranks go too far.
Yeah.
right? So the second they invent teleporters and somebody annoys you, you're going to be teleporting like rhinoceros and like elephants into people's living room. You'll just be sitting there eating your tea.
Bloody hell! It's like a real
elephant appearing in front of you, just like smash.
It's like real life Jumanji. Do you know what I mean? You just teleport into flipping Africa somewhere. Oh, wild animals running around. Oh.
But I tell you what did wake me up. I can't pronounce things at the best of times, but my missus did spicy wings tonight, so my mouth is on fire. I was saying this to you before. Yeah. So if you hear me slurping, I'm trying to cool my mouth down.
Oh mate, I love. Speaking of hot food, man, I love hot food. I'm so bad because I don't show this off a lot, but I can eat insane amounts of hot food. Doesn't matter, like chili, spice level, I will give it a go. And probably in my family, I think me and my sister can probably eat the most amount of chili. Like, it doesn't matter how like chili the dish is, I'm gonna eat it. I'm gonna give it a go. But that does remind me, right, of a story. Quickly, I'll say. So I was going to work and I wasn't prepared for lunch. I didn't prepare anything for lunch, and I didn't have time to pick something up on the way to work because if I did, I'd be late. So two options: either I could actually go out for lunch, but there's nothing really nearby. I'd have to go for a little drive, like 15-minute drive into town. I only get an hour for lunch, so by the time you get your lunch, eat, you've only got about 5 minutes to relax, and you got to come back, run to your desk. So I was raiding my cupboards, and I found this. It's almost like a pot noodle, but it was like a Korean one. It was all black, and it said chicken flavor on there. So I thought, okay, cool, I'll pick it up. And a lot of the writing was in Korean, and as you know, Si, I've had nightmares of stuff being written in Korean.
If anyone the Korean language,
yeah. If anyone's listened to our previous podcast, they know I've had a bit of an experience with Korean writing. So, so I picked it up, and it's one of your typical pot noodle ones, right? So you open up the lid, you put the boiling water in up to a certain level, mix in a little packet, let it stand, and you munch away. So I thought, I'll take this, not a problem. That's my lunch sorted. I think my sister bought it, so there was two in the drawer, so I took one. Anyway, lunchtime rolls around. Go to the kitchen, boil the water, put it in there, go back to my desk, and let it sit for 2 minutes, give it one final stir, and I start eating. Second bite in, like I just literally felt the most insane amount of chili in my mouth. It was noodles, right? And it was unbelievable levels of chili. Like I was like, this, either something's wrong, because I was completely unprepared. I thought this was just like a random, normal chicken flavored, like instant, pot noodle, right? And bloody hell, second bite in, I'm like, ooh, this one's got a bit of a kick, and obviously I'm not showing it to anyone. Like, luckily there wasn't too many people around me. And then third, fourth bite, it was getting even worse, more and more chili. And I'm thinking, what is going on here? This is like red hot. Like I can handle
your
my
eyes
chili.
Are going,
mate.
Your nose is going.
Absolutely, and it was getting more and more chili as I was eating, like going down the pot. So my final few bites, insane amount of chili. And I put my now my nose is running, my eyes are watering. I'm loving it. It's really nice, but I'm like, wow, this is not food for work. Do you know what I mean? Like if I was at home in my own private space, oh my god, I've enjoyed this a lot more. Anyway, I finish it. I'm having sips of water. Next thing you know, I've necked 2 bottles of water down. And I put my phone on, look at my face, right? Because I can feel my nose is running, my eyes are watering, I can feel my face getting red. I was like, bloody hell. So I turned my front camera on, and yeah, I was a wreck, mate. I was flipping. I was like watering from all holes, like, you know what I mean?
No.
So, yeah, no, I just remember, mate, but I really enjoyed it. But obviously, it was just so unexpected. So what I did was I got my phone, put on Google Lens, and I translated the whole item, right, so you can read the Korean, and it said something like one of the most hottest flavors you could ever have. Like it had so many chili warnings on there, but obviously I can't read it. The only thing I can see is chicken flavor. So I was like, out of all the things to put on English in the pack, like chili, it's like extreme chili would have been a good one rather than just saying it's chicken.
The starting point.
No exclamation marks, nothing, mate. Like, literally a piece of on the picture was a bit of the noodles with like a little bit of chicken in the corner. That was it. And oh my god, I came home. I said to my sister, what the fuck was that? she bought it out of market, and she asked the guy, like, oh, have you got any nice flavors of instant noodles? He goes, yeah, try these, and he gave her the two black ones. So yeah, mental, absolutely mental, mate. Yeah.
So either he was pranking her or she went in there and asked for the most spicy one and just gave it to you. And there you go.
No, she didn't even give it to me. That's the thing. I didn't even ask her. I just thought that this is the thing, right? So if she had told me, I probably would have been like, I would have been warned, right? But it was a case of I've just opened the cupboard and I thought, oh, I can have that for lunch. Pick it up. Took it, and when I came back and I said, yo, what was in those noodles? She goes, what noodles? I said, there's that black Korean one. Oh, she goes, oh, apparently those are the most chilliest noodles you can buy. I was like, a warning would have been nice. She goes, I didn't even know you were taking it. And I was like, fair enough. Okay, I get you. Oh,
and that's the thing as well, isn't it? Once you're that far into the spices, there's nothing you can do. You just got to ride it out,
mate. You have to. I had to live and die by my choice. Do you know what I mean? I had to keep going with it. So, sorry. What is your level of chili at Nandos?
I don't eat that much Nandos.
Okay.
I'm okay with spices, but I'm not the best. We don't eat it often enough.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm better than most of the people in my family, but that's not saying a lot.
No, I get that.
It's really not. No, I enjoy spices, but yeah, we just don't eat it enough to build up a tolerance.
Yeah.
So,
well, I'm naturally Indian, so you kind of get spoon fed it from like birth.
It's in your blood, isn't it?
100%, mate. Honestly, it's so funny because my mum's like that, right? She liked spicy food in the past, but now she's like become a little bit less tolerant to it. So she'll always tell my dad, look, whatever you're making, don't put chilies in there, or don't put a lot of chilies in there, she'll say, right? But then my mum doesn't like bland food either, so we can't win. So so she'll tell my dad not to put chilies in there. Me, my dad and my sister love chilies, right? My wife is a bit like my mum, like they don't eat too much chili, but they can handle it, but it's like, the less the better. And then, but they both don't like bland food either. So it's like you can't win. Yeah. My mum would sometimes take a little bottle of Tabasco with it in her purse when she goes to a restaurant when we're having bland food. I was like, this doesn't make sense. So first you're telling us you don't want to have too much chili, but then you will go ahead and put chili on bland food like as much as you can. Like, what is going on here? Where's the logic? Mum? God. Yeah, but she's hilarious.
Because you guys are hardcore. You eat it from really young, don't you? That's how you get your tolerance.
There is a picture of... I think of my sister when she was like, I think she's like 18 months, right? And she's sitting in a high chair. Now she's holding a chicken wing and she's eating it, but her face is completely red. And it wasn't a case of like child abuse where we're just giving her like loads of chili food. It was like, I don't think anything was made. I think she was a bit hungry. So my dad kind of gave her a chicken wing that she made, not intended for her, but she wanted it, right? So my dad was like, okay. My mom's like, what are you doing? She goes, oh, let her try it. And then she goes, oh my God. So she ran to the kitchen. She got her a bottle of Ribena, and she put it into a little baby bottle and she mixed it and then she gave it to her. She goes, you're crazy. Like she's not going to like this. But my sister was loving it. As a kid, she was loving it. 18 months, right? But like she's doing that sound when you got too much, like, she's doing that sound, but she's eating it, but then she's stuffing her face full of Ribena, so she was getting through it. And that's how we were brought up, mate. It was like, you're not getting no separate batch of food. You are going to eat what the adults eat with the chili that's right.
Do you know, it's funny, it reminds me of almost the same story. Another mate of mine who's also Indian was telling me almost the same story of this. But it was with his son. It's like, we don't make separate dishes for our kids and things like that. So he's like, oh yeah, so I was sort of serving up the tea and stuff, and he laid it all out. But he was just serving up what I think his missus had made the week before because she was out, and the kid was sort of eating it. But in this occasion, the kid was sort of spitting it back out again. He thought, oh, that's a bit weird because everything out, all the other ingredients, I think it was like some potato-y dish. Sure. The kid normally ate. Anyway, so he took a little bit and he was like, oh, jeez, that has got a bit kick. Sorry, that has got a bit kick to it. It's just, the kids, it's the same, bright red, sweating, just trying to push through.
Yeah. I think, me and my sister, we just like grew up like that, basically. We grew up with a spoon of chili in our mouths. I always go for the hot at Nando's, and if I'm feeling extra spicy, I'll go for the extra hot. But I do find like sometimes the extra chili could sometimes like spoil the taste of what it's meant to taste like. So you at Nando's you get the peri peri flavour, and go for the hot, nice little flavour. But if you go, I've seen people go extra spicy. I think there's 2 levels above. They'll just ruin the taste, to be fair. So too much is bad. But nice.
I mean, if you can take it and you can tolerate it, then no problem. Or if you're a bit drunk with your mates, that's the perfect time to do it. Not when you're just trying to enjoy your meal.
Yeah, that's true. Good point.
It's a funny thing, actually. I was telling you this before. So when my missus cooks, I found a new thing to annoy her. I just ask her what's for tea. I was telling you this. She was having a bit of a pop at me tonight. She's like, why do you keep asking me what's for tea? I was like, but when I cook, I know what's for tea. So of course I'm asking what's for tea.
You're not going to ask yourself, are you, when you're making tea?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
yeah, on the nights that I cook, I know what's for tea, so it's all good.
Next time she asks you what's for tea, I think you got to give it back to her. You'll be like, why are you asking me?
No, even better, I'm going to get my kids on the case. So now I know
Yeah.
what a kryptonite is. I'm going to be like, right, kids,
Yeah.
you know what time it is. We need to ask your mother independently.
You've
what's
got
for
to
tea.
go one by one. Yeah, one after the other. Absolutely. Oh, you're breaking, mate. Oh, I love hearing about your little pranks, honestly.
Oh, I meant to send you a picture, actually.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do it later. As I was saying, I take my little one out for like football now.
Oh, yeah, futsal. Futsal.
Yeah, futsal. Sorry, not to confuse the two.
Yeah.
And but yeah, he was sitting down. He has his after game snacks.
Oh, yeah.
Before he goes to bed and stuff, and he was sitting there and he goes, "Oh, Dad, I found it," and he put on Coco Melly on under the TV, and I was going to take a picture of it and send it to you.
Oh, for
That's
anyone
it.
that doesn't know, Si hates Coco Melon with a passion, and his son found out because he used to like it as a kid, didn't he? And now he's just doing it out of spite just to piss you off.
yeah. I don't even, he doesn't like it. Well, he's outgrown it.
He's
So he
outgrown
doesn't
it,
like it
yeah,
himself.
yeah.
He just does it to annoy me.
That's it, mate.
And it's always when I'm not looking. So we'll grab the remote, flick it to the channel, turn the volume up, and then just walk off.
Oh, that's even worse. Forcing you to listen, go find the remote, put it down, turn it off. Oh, brilliant. That is brilliant.
It reminds me of that scene from, The Simpsons where Homer's strangling Bart. I would never do it, but you can see where you get to that point.
You can see, you can sense his frustrations, you know, you can relate. Oh, my word. That's really funny.
That is brilliant. I was thinking about our conversation last week, actually, when you were telling me about the grumbly belly.
Oh, the...
We're all familiar with the sound.
Absolutely, yeah.
But I was thinking of a different one, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, this is going to be a little bit gross, but we'll go through it,
Yeah.
right? So, when you go to loo at work, and I'm talking to number 2,
Okay.
normally not a problem, but when they're smelly, obviously you're in the toilet and you can't help
Yep.
it. You do the spray thing and you walk out, but I'm always conscious because once I was at a place and this guy went to the loo and he come back and he just stank of farts.
Oh, no.
And this lady next to me,
No.
she was as subtle as a brick. She got out this aerosol and just sort of sprayed it down.
Oh, it must have been lethal.
So ever since that point, I've been really self-conscious.
Yeah.
Whenever I go to the loo, the smell might be on you. So I always get my phone and go and stand outside and pretend I'm making it texting or making a
air
call
out.
or something like
Just
that.
let nature air you out.
yourself
Yeah,
out.
absolutely.
Yourself out.
Oh, my word. Yeah, that's crazy.
But yeah, it crossed my mind when we were speaking about it last week, and
Yeah.
I forgot to bring it up. But
Do you know what?
where'd you go with that?
That's quite interesting, to be fair. Yeah, I suppose it's good. You know what I mean? Like, go outside, let yourself air out, come back in. Do you know what? I'm a bit weird. I'm not weird. I just saw an advert on this on TV. Actually, I think it's an Andrix advert, right? And it says something like 47% of people are too embarrassed to go for a poo at work. And I think I was firmly fit in that 47%. I have never felt comfortable going for a number 2 at work, honestly, ever. No matter where I worked, I've never been comfortable with it. But there are occasions, honestly, when you just can't help it, and that goes for everyone, men and women. Like, you know what I mean? When you have to go, you have to go. What are you gonna do? You're in the middle of work day. You can't hold it in, otherwise your stomach's gonna be making that sound again. This time, not for hunger pains. Do you know what I mean? So I do you know what? That reminds me of a story when I was working in my first ever office job. So it was the same place where Beardy the weirdo worked. Anyone that refers back to our podcast number 1, we had this guy called the Phantom Shitter working in our office, right? So let me just explain. No one knew who this person was. It was definitely a man because this only occurred in the men's toilet. So this is going to sound really bad, but our listeners should be used to this now, mate. It seemed like this person would go into the toilet, and we didn't have any urinals. We only had cubicles, right? Only 2 cubicles. It seems like this guy was desperate to go to the toilet, open the door, stand in front of the toilet, turn around, take his trousers down, and literally bend forward and just let it rip. Like, can you imagine? Just shit everywhere. Like,
Oh, that is good.
It just seemed like this guy just did not want to sit down and shit. It was like literally, I'm not touching anything, so I'm bending forward and going just everywhere, mate, spraying it everywhere, and it would miss the target. You know what I mean? It would be everywhere, and I felt like it was like literally a gamble. So every time someone had to go to the toilet, There's two doors. If you pick the wrong door, you're scarred for life. If you pick the right door, you're okay. You can use it. But so many times people pick the wrong door, and it'll be like it wouldn't be like a schedule. It will be random days of the week. So one week it could be on a Monday, one week it could be on a Friday, it could be a Wednesday. Like there was no one knew. But yeah, can you imagine just walking in, opening the door, and you see a white toilet and shit just everywhere? I'm talking about in the actual toilet bowl, like on the cistern, on on the seat. It's disgusting. And obviously, in everyone's head, it was just like, how is this person shitting? Like, is he literally just like hovering on the toilet? I don't know what's going on. He's just disgusting. So yeah, that's why he's called the Phantom Shitter, because we never caught him. So many messages went by email by our caretaker and the cleaners making complaints like, we're not cleaning that. That's absolutely filth. That's absolutely disgusting. Like, what's going on here? So we get emails, right? It'll be that caretaker guy, and you just be like, guys, come on, we're all adults. Someone is leaving the toilet saying it very politely, right? Someone is leaving the toilet in a really terrible state. We like stop it. We all use these toilets, like, do you know what I mean? Like a proper nice email. But it would just, every time that email came out, we'd all be laughing because we knew exactly who it was, but we didn't know the identity of the Phantom Shitter. So yeah, the Phantom Shitter was like causing havoc for like 2 months. Then a few people left and it stopped. So it was, so
it narrowed it down.
Well, that's right. But the only problem was about 4 people left during that month, so we couldn't tell who it was. You just don't know how people shit. It's hard to...
They must have been living right on the edge, though, because to do it consistently, they must be getting up from their chair, sort of fast walking to the loo, not quite making it, and then exploding everywhere. See, if they had left like 5 seconds earlier, would have been all good.
You know what? I don't know. I absolutely don't know. Like it was an absolute mystery because we had it. Everyone would try and guess who it was, but then everyone's a suspect at this point. Do you know what I mean? Everyone's a suspect because, like, you try and pinpoint a person, but then everyone's looking guilty. I mean, when I was sitting there, I was looking around. I was like, one of you bastards is like the Phantom Shitter. I just don't know which one of you it is. Like, and I'm looking like real suspicious at everyone. Could it be this guy? No, I don't think it's not in his character. I'm looking towards the right. I'm like, could it be this guy? No, I don't think it is. And then everyone else is probably thinking the same about me. Like, probably thinking, is it JT? Nah, I don't think so. It doesn't seem the type. Nah, it's just so funny, mate. Honestly.
Do you think it was Beardy the Weirdo? Because you were saying about hovering, and some people do that, don't they? Whenever they go to public toilets, because they're thinking about the germs, they hover. And I've never understood that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
well,
exactly.
I get it, but I don't understand the dynamic of it. Do you like sort of power squatting while you're
that's what I'm
trying
saying.
to do number two? How does that work?
Or are they like, I don't know, squatting facing the toilet, like do you know, like standing on the toilet seat facing the wall rather than like facing the door? I don't know. I have no idea.
Like pebble dashing the walls.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Billy the Weirdo was a suspect, but then when he left, it carried on. So and it wasn't, and there was no change in the Phantom Shitting. Like it was like the consistency was all the same. Oh, we're gonna get cancelled. This is disgusting.
That's all right.
Oh, brilliant.
That's all right. We haven't anything controversial yet.
The thing is, they gave us all the tools to clean up after yourself. So you had the toilet
like
brush,
a scraper, the wall steamer.
Oh man, like a jet wash. You know, it's just plugged in the corner.
Jason Lewin.
Yeah, it was just it was like, so basically you had the tools. Like if you did inadvertently made a mess, right, you could clean it and sort yourself out. But I know that some people don't clean up after themselves, mate, and you probably know this as well. Some people are sort of flipping ruthless when it comes to the toilet manners.
We spoke about this before. Some people are grim.
Oh, mate.
Absolutely grim.
Absolutely.
You know, when you think that like a lot of people don't even wash their hands,
terrible.
You
mate.
Just take it up levels, don't you?
That's it. That's what makes everyone like kind of suspicious in this life. Like touching door handles now, mate. I was never like this as a kid, but as I've got older, I've lived life now. I just know that. Fuck me, that door handle's going to have like 99.9% bacteria on it, you know?
Exactly. But there was that, just speaking about going to loo at work, there was a calculator ages ago that you put in your yearly salary or something like that and how long you spent on the loo, and it would work out how much your company had paid you to go to the toilet.
Go to the toilet, yeah. Some people, some masterclasses have always said like, oh, don't poo in your break, poo on company time so you get paid for pooing. Do you know what I mean?
Get paid for it, eh?
Yeah,
it's worth double money.
That's it. Oh my word.
So speaking of buttholes, I thought this would be a great segue.
What? Go on.
I found the perfect I found the perfect present for your missus.
Okay.
Okay, I'm sure I sent you this before.
I'm pretty sure. I'll take some notes just in case.
But no, did you know there was a thing that you could get your butthole moulded to make butthole chocolates?
No.
So of all the things you could get like chocolates made out of, hearts, diamonds, whatever it was, you could get one of your missus' butthole. You just.
How does that even work, Si?
Well,
God.
you have to talk her into it first.
Yeah.
That's step one. But anyway, you take her along, you sit her in a chair. Mm-hmm. I'm sure at this point she's wondering what's going on.
Yeah.
And then I don't know what you would call it.
No.
What do you call a person that makes butthole chocolates? I don't think I did.
No idea, man.
Because it can't be a chocolatier.
Chocolate
Because
connoisseur.
they use that for the flashy lint stuff,
Yeah,
don't they?
you can't do that. Yeah, you can't do that. No idea, mate. You just have to call it a butthole chocolate maker. It's Willy Wonka gone really wrong.
No, that's the wrong end. So anyway, so she sits in. Well, from what I've seen, anyway.
Yeah.
So she would sit in this chair. They then would have to flip her upside down naturally.
Yeah. Okay.
They would then put a load
Saucy.
of silicone. If you're into that kind of thing, I suppose. They then flip her upside down, put a load of silicone sort of around the rim of her butthole, wait for that to set. You've got a strong marriage. Anyway, once it's all tried and set, you then have a silicone mould of your missus' butthole. So then they can cast a load of chocolates out of it, and they can pack it into a nice box for you, and you can give them to your friends and family.
Fantastic. There we go. Brilliant. Right, two things. Like, how do you even bring that up, like, to your missus? Hey, babe, I've got a bit of an idea, actually. Just... You don't have to do it. It's just an idea. I've heard of this thing. Oh, my God. Second of all, edible buttholes. Like, that is...
Do you know, I was looking
God.
at this. Well, not looking at that.
Yeah.
But, right, because I didn't know if it was still a thing. Because I saw the video on YouTube, and I was like, I want to check if this is still a thing, right?
Yeah.
So I did a quick Google search, and there was, I don't know if it's still there, but there was a listing on Amazon, so you could just buy random butthole chocolates off of Amazon.
Oh my God! Just other people's modelled chocolate buttholes.
Well, I don't know if it's other people's or what, but anyways.
Bloody hell! That's Valentine's Day sorted next year.
I was gonna say, special gift for a special lady.
That's it. Yeah. Oh, here's your own butthole. Let's try it.
Yummy.
Chocolatey. Oh my God, that's fantastic.
But I want to know how do people get to the point of coming up with these ideas?
No idea.
It's just like, do you know what? You can do any shapes
Yeah.
of chocolate as long as you can make the mould for it.
Yeah.
Who sat there and thought one day, do you know what?
Yeah.
We need in this world.
Yeah.
We need some butthole chocolates.
There is a gap in the market. Like, do you know what I mean?
literally a crack in the market.
To fill that gap with silicone moulded into chocolate. Oh, that is a Dragon's Den idea, Si. Let's do it next year. Me and you. Come on. Let's go.
Oh, well, that would be fantastic,
Yeah.
wouldn't it? If
Hi,
you could keep a
Dragons.
straight face.
I'm here to ask for £250,000 for 10% equity in my new business idea. Chocolate buttholes. Modelled after your significant other. Here we have a few samples. Everyone's like, I'm out. Oh my God. That's brilliant, man.
Get celebrities signing up for it.
That's
it
right.
could be a thing.
Yeah, oh my God, yeah. Oh, there's some freaks in the world. Yeah, we'd be rich. Don't get me wrong, just for the wrong reasons. Bloody hell.
If there was money to be made in it, I reckon the celebs would sign up for
Yeah,
it.
100%.
If you could give, I don't know, pick any celebrity you like, David Beckham, for example. If David Beckham can earn like 10 million out of butthole chocolates, he would definitely do it.
Kendall, like
Yeah.
Kylie, Kendall, the Kardashians, you know what I mean? Nicki Minaj.
Oh, did you see? Was it? I'm trying to find. Was it P Diddy or someone this week in his sort of Eskimo costume? It's ridiculous.
Oh my
Hang
god,
on.
Diddy's on a mad one at the moment. He's in the press for the wrong reasons.
Oh no, it's Kanye West. Sorry.
Oh,
Here we go.
Kanye, yeah. Mate,
hang on.
he went, yeah. He is. Kanye West is something else, mate. He is just unbelievable. The most unpredictable man on earth. Like, honestly, he's just comes out with the weirdest things, and like he's got a very loyal fan base that still stand by him. But like, yeah, Kanye West is just a loose cannon, mate. Honestly, he says what he wants, he does what he wants. He doesn't care about like anything, mate. So
I'm sure I said this in a previous podcast. We need more loose cannons.
Yeah.
So as long as they're the innocent variety.
yeah, we need more wild cards and loose cannons. Honestly,
Yeah.
that makes my life more interesting. To be fair,
So everybody points and goes, "What the hell's going on over there?"
yeah,
You know,
absolutely, yeah.
just to, well, for me and you, just to get us away from spreadsheets for 5 minutes, we can
Absolutely.
go. At
Gives us
least I'm
something
not
to talk
just
about.
like that.
Yeah, it gives us something
exactly.
to talk about. Absolutely, mate. Oh my word.
Oh,
Speaking of holes, I heard you have a story, a DIY story. See what I did there? That's
Yeah,
a
I'm
perfect
telling you.
segue.
Hey?
Perfect segue that is, mate.
we're getting better at the segues. This is true.
Oh, DIY
Oh,
mishap.
so this. No, well, this wasn't me.
No.
But yeah, it was a great story. A great story. So I was around my mum's a few weeks back.
Yeah.
And my sister was around there, but her husband wasn't.
Right.
So we were sitting there for a bit, having a bit of a chat and stuff. I just happened to ask, what's your fella doing? She goes, oh, he's at home doing DIY.
Yeah.
Right. And this guy, he's a smart guy, but DIY is not his thing.
But you'll give it a go, damn it. You know what I mean?
Why not? And why not? Anyway, about a half hour later, she just holds up this picture and she goes, oh, he's put the hole in the wall. I'm like, you didn't tell me what DIY was doing. What's he trying to do?
Yeah.
Oh, he was trying to just run an internet cable between one of the walls so he could have like they had a little room off to the side, and I think he was putting a little office in there, but the Wi-Fi signal was rubbish, so he was just running a wire through.
Bloody hell.
Okay, so the first thing, I looked at this picture, and these holes in the wall, they were massive. They were like half the size of my fist.
Oh my God.
How big is this hole?
Just for a small wire.
Just a tiny little wire.
Right, yeah.
Right. And there was
to make sure it's gone through, right? Bloody hell.
Exactly. He's planning for the future.
Yeah.
But
Unless he's trying to wire up the whole of England.
I would be suspicious. Yeah, I don't know what he's putting into that room, but yeah.
Yeah.
And anyways, but then I looked again and I noticed there were 4 of these holes in the wall. So I was like, why, to my sister, naturally, why are there 4 holes in the wall?
4 big holes?
She goes, yeah.
Side by side?
4, well, sort of in a, so 3 across the bottom, 1 in the top. But sort of all a little bit off centre with each other.
Bloody hell. Well, was he just trying to pick the best spot? Like, I'll make the holes now. Whichever one fits.
I don't know. Well, that was my question.
Yeah.
Why have you got 4 holes when you're running one cable?
What did you
Are
say?
you putting some? Because I thought for a minute, oh, maybe he's putting a radiator. I don't know. I was just trying to
especially
make up
pipes that
reasons
big.
in my head.
You think like, do you know what I mean? Yeah, you think he's
what
put
are you
something
doing?
else in there. Something huge.
And so she goes, so yeah, as I say, 4 holes.
Yeah.
So I was like, what was he doing with the other 3?
Yeah.
And she goes, oh no, those are the ones that were in the wrong place.
Oh my God, so he's not even done his research before he's done the holes.
Right.
Oh my God, he's just gone gung ho. I'm picking that spot there. Boom. Drew straight through.
But she goes, oh no, he measured it all out.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, but each one of these holes is about sort of 2 to 3 inches away from the previous
That's
one.
right, that's
So
right.
that is quite a way out.
Yeah.
And one of them's up as well. So he'd done 3 across the bottom and sort of 1 up. And I was just
Playing
like,
Connect
what?
4, mate. This guy's playing Connect 4 with his draw. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Bloody
I
hell.
don't know. So, but then it stumped me because I suddenly thought, oh, no, sorry. Then she showed me the picture from the other side of the wall.
Right.
So to just try and explain this. So they've got a little hallway. The cable was running across the bottom of the floor, obviously, and then through the wall. And the room, was leading out onto that hallway.
Right.
But then she showed me the picture of the hole in the room.
Right.
And this is the bit that stumped me. I thought to myself, why didn't he just drill one hole, but from the other side?
Logic goes out the window. Absolutely. That logic baffles me. You just had to do it the one time on the other side.
Yeah.
But it's like, I can't speak, mate. Something very similar happened to me, right? So I was a bit younger, right? And me and my dad has got all the tools, right? All the tools in the world to do jobs inside the house, right? So he fancies himself as a handyman. I try and be his apprentice. I'll try and help him, and I'll learn. So I think in the future, like now, I do things myself. So at this point, obviously, my dad's got a drill, got all the drill bits. Same thing as you. I wanted to run the phone internet line across my hall and into the front room where I was going to put the router so that we get better connection around the house. Very small hole, just tiny, mate. Honestly, like one of the smallest drill bits. All you needed was just to put a hole in, put the wire. The wire's tiny, so like minimal mess and all that kind of stuff. Right, so I thought, yeah, okay, let's calculate the room, let's calculate the hallway, we'll know exactly where to do it. Yep. So, but we made the same fucking mistake as your brother-in-law did, mate. So, right, so I thought to myself, right, end of the hallway is equal to the end of the front room, where the windows are, right? So I said to my dad, I think if you draw here, it'll come through the other side, we'll put the wire through, then I'll tack it onto the skating board, right? So nice and clean, and we've got the connection in there. He goes, okay, cool. He starts drilling, and he's drilling, and I'm on the other side of the room, so I'm in the front room, my dad's in the hallway, he's drilling through the hallway wall into the front room. I'm standing there like a knob waiting for this draw to come through. It's not come through, and he's like, is it come through yet? I was like, nah, Dad, it's not. He goes, okay, I'll do a bit more, and then we carried on, and that went on for about a minute. It came to a point where I said, Dad, I can't see it. He goes, I've drilled the whole thing in. What do you mean you can't see it? I'm like, Dad, it's not here. It's not come out this side of the wall. He goes, what are you talking about? I've drilled the whole thing. And I was like, Dad, it's not here. He goes, wait a second. So he's put the drill down and he's come round and he sees that there's no sign of this drill coming through the wall. And we're thinking, what's happening here? So then we're now looking like this drill has definitely come out and you can see light in that hole. Like, where the hell has this come from? Mate, we go into our porch. There's a massive hole in our porch. We're like, Dad, how did you get this so wrong? He goes, I thought you measured it. I said, I thought you measured it. But yeah, no. Basically, both of us didn't measure it. We just went by like exactly what your brother-in-law did, mate. We just went by
eyeballing it.
Yeah, assuming right that both the front room and the hall are the same length, but it's not. It wasn't. Absolutely, it wasn't. So yeah. So then now you had a bloody hole in our porch, like a massive hole on the floor of our porch. Like it's all just like dust everywhere. This hole is coming from nowhere. And then we thought to ourselves, why the hell didn't we just drill from the front room into the hallway? We would have had it there and then. Like it would have been right there. But yeah. It was absolutely hilarious. So it's easily done, but you learn from these mistakes, mate. But this shit DIY requires a little bit of common sense and logic, mate. You know what I mean? Measure. My mate always says measure everything twice, cut once, and that's a good rule, right? So basically, if you're going to do something, measure it twice. You know, do all your calculations twice, and then just do it the once. Just carry on doing the action once, and that way, you're okay. So, but yeah, we felt like right dickheads, honestly. Oh, brilliant.
Do you know, I think it's funny because right at the very start when we started this podcast, we were joking around saying, oh, somebody might learn something from us. See, if my brother-in-law had listened to this podcast,
yeah, exactly,
he might have learned for the future.
He would have had 3 less holes. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Random holes in his wall.
Yeah, exactly. Well, he could try and fill them with something else now, can't he?
No, it is funny. What it is as well, it's like, I think kind of all kind of men are kind of in a similar boat where you feel like you could do something yourself. You know, you don't have to pay someone hundreds of pounds just to come in to do like a very small task, right? So, and if you've got the tools, it makes it even easier. And I think every kind of, at some point in their life, I think every kind of man has to do some sort of DIY. You know, you can't always pay someone or get someone to do it. So yeah, it's just like, when you do it, make sure you do everything the right way. Don't cut any corners. Bloody hell.
It's always worth giving it a go. Well,
yeah,
actually,
100%.
it depends what it is. It depends what it is. If it's fixable, you know, holes in the wall, they're easy to fix.
Very easy.
So I had a funny story this week, actually. I was telling you a little bit about this earlier. Yeah. It really did make me laugh. It caught me out. Right, so I've said in previous episodes, I'm tight. I don't like spending money. Okay, so my missus wanted the Himalayan salt lamp things.
Oh yeah. Apparently they do the world of good. Apparently they're amazing. But then I googled it and I ruined my missus' dreams because it doesn't really do anything.
No. I don't know if there's much to it. I think they just look nice.
They do. They genuinely do. Yeah, and it's a nice story, isn't it? And yeah, they give a nice little bit of ambience in the room. So.
That's exactly it. Yeah. So she was after a salt lamp. So we found one on the Facebook Marketplace thing. So contacted the person. Yep, no problem. Agreed to the sale. Job done. Anyway, so she sent us the postcode and the address. And us being us, we just punched it into the sat nav, started driving. But my missus forgot her phone.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the part of the story. And so we got to the address, but it wasn't the road.
Right.
Okay. And I'm like, well, this is odd. So, my missus grabbed my phone and she's texting my daughter because my daughter was home and, just trying to translate the messages. And she was reading through all of this stuff.
Right.
And the street name definitely said that in the text. And the postcode was definitely what was in the text.
Right.
Okay, so they matched. But actually where we were,
It didn't
did
match.
not. We were there, we were outside the house, but the road wasn't the road. So we're like, what is going on?
And
I was
it wasn't new build, was it? Like, it could be like a simple thing.
No.
Right,
Like, this is an area
right.
I've grown up in, and so these are like I don't know the street names and stuff, but I've sort of grown up in and around this area, sort of not I wouldn't say overly familiar, but sort of knew roughly where I was in relation to other things. But anyways, so so there's me called up like Google Maps and stuff, just checking around, and there was a place with this street name, but it wasn't this road. It wasn't exactly there. It just was not there.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we're sitting there like 5-10 minutes. What's going on? Just speaking to my daughter. Are we sure this is right before we start knocking on randos' doors?
Absolutely. Yeah, exactly.
I just want to be right.
Yeah.
So anyway, my sister goes, look, stuff it. I'm going to get out of the car. I'm going to knock on the door. If it's the wrong one, I'll just say, sorry, look, I got the wrong address. Okay, fine. You do that.
Okay. It's got to be careful.
So I wait. Yep. So I waited in the car. She sort of tapped on the door, and it was the right door.
Right.
So I got the lamp and stuff, paid for it, come back to the car and stuff. So I said to my missus, did you say anything? She goes, yeah. I asked the woman if this was the right place, and she goes, yeah. And then my missus said the name of the road, and she goes, oh, no, yeah, but we just don't call it that. And I'm like, what? You can't make up
exactly.
You can't make up road names.
And you can't give it especially if you're selling things, you can't give people the wrong bloody name. Just grow up, man. Call your road for what it is. How are we even to know what you call your road? That's oh my god, especially if it's something else. That doesn't make any sense, mate.
I know. And I was just sitting in the car afterwards going, so hang on a minute, you live in a road and you got the postcode, but you just called the road something else.
Exactly.
Just made it up. Oh yeah, well, we just decided to call it something else.
That's okay then. So
great, yeah.
when I give my address to someone, I'll say this is my postcode, and it's 1 Buckingham Palace. But that's okay, is it? That won't make any sense. Oh my god!
This woman must have been mental. And the only thing I think it could be, is because there is a slightly posher end of the town versus the not so posh end.
God,
and I think what she must do is say to all of our friends, "Oh, I live in the posh bit."
That's right.
No, you don't.
God, yeah. She wants to basically showcase that she's living in the posher area, and not with the common folk.
Yeah, exactly.
Even though it's not factually true, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly. But we're also complete randos, so she hasn't got to impress us.
No, that's right. That's right. I'm only here to buy your salt lamp, man.
Yeah,
I'm not here
to buy your old junk.
Yeah, I'm not here to judge you. Oh, that is hilarious, bloody hell. Yeah, no, you know what? Facebook is a different breed. Honestly, it's like some of the when we look at meme pages, for example, when things get sent around, most of the craziest stuff is on Facebook, and I don't know what it is about Facebook, but it just seems as if you're like a person that thinks the Earth is flat, or 5G towers are causing COVID, like they all congregate on Facebook and in Facebook groups. I swear to God.
Yeah, they do. They do.
It's so bloody funny.
Do you know it's funny?
Yeah, sorry, go on.
No, go on.
I was going to say, I saw a post there which was hilarious about Facebook, right? Someone posted, I think it was a lady, she posted, someone's nicked my son's bikes or something like that, right? And then another person posted a picture of 2 kids on bikes, really happy. And then someone else posted, they must be the same ones that stole my bike, my son's bikes. I hope you fucking find them and get the law on them. She goes, what are you talking about, dickhead? Those are my kids on a bike, on 2 bikes that I bought for them. I was like, that escalated quickly. Bloody hell, there's no need for that. But yeah, honestly, it just gets even worse and worse. Like, that is just one small example of how crazy Facebook is, mate. Oh my God.
People are just so prepared to kick off these days. Do you know, it's funny because when Facebook first became a thing, what was it? 20 years ago. Must be 20 years ago.
It's like I think it was like 2000, mid 2000s. I think it was. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, something like that.
We had like
Time
MySpace. We had
Yeah.
stuff like that first, and then Facebook kind of kicked in around probably mid to late 2000s. I'd say.
Yeah, probably around there. Yeah, I'm not too sure, but yeah, I was going to say when it first came out, I was on it because obviously you catch up with all your mates and stuff, and then I saw it dipped off it for 10 years.
Yeah,
and then it must be in literally the last year. That I've gone back on there for exactly the reason you said, because it's just the most ridiculous stuff just posted all day. It used to just be people in their food.
Yeah.
Now it's just carnage, just every day, just
Big
people
time.
arguing about everything.
The
and I love it.
smallest thing,
Just
mate, honestly, yeah.
just completely innocent posts, and
Yeah.
people are like making it political, racial.
Out of nothing as well.
Literally out of nothing. It could just be
connection.
like the latest up and coming movie.
Yeah.
Everything's racist.
Yeah, bloody hell, mate. You know what I mean? Bloody Disney. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but not even Disney, it's just even ridiculous stuff.
Oh,
Someone would
totally.
take a picture of a car, and it would
Yeah.
be, that's racist.
Yeah.
Why? Well, because it was made in the 60s and there was racism then.
So just by that, I don't like it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Oh my god, yeah, trust me, it's mind numbing. It is genuinely mind numbing. But it's hilarious at the same time. I can't get enough. Honestly, when I see the comment section in some places, some people are so witty, but then you get the downright stupid people on there, like just setting themselves up for failure. It's unbelievable, mate. Honestly. But yeah, if you ever got any hours spare, mate, just jump into a controversial group on Facebook and just read the comment. It's just you'll lose IQ just reading the comments, mate. Oh.
No, my favourites are when people write the super sarcastic answers, but obviously you can't explain sarcasm.
No, not online. It
You,
doesn't come
you
across
just
well,
get it
right?
or you don't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So usually someone will put a really sarcastic line in there, and like you'll get 200 posts underneath with people just like calling this person or whatever, and
That's
you're like,
right.
they can't read between the lines.
No, they're taking it for face value, haven't they?
Yeah.
Like, it's clearly you can read
Yep.
it as like satirical or like or sarcastic, but yeah, some people can't. Some people can't. Oh,
Yeah.
that's brilliant, mate. Honestly,
Yeah, that's probably the best part.
yeah.
Of all these social sites and stuff. I mean, they can wind you up if you get stuck into them too much, but if you just look at the lighter side of it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's weird, isn't it? So you went from back in the day. So you went from MSN to MySpace to I think it was Facebook to Instagram to Twitter, and now LinkedIn's become ridiculous. Like LinkedIn is like another Facebook, but for professionals. It's so bad. It's like some of the posts that you see on LinkedIn, you could tell people are just talking absolute shit on there, and it's just disguised as like Facebook. It honestly is. It's not about being professional and networking anymore. Honestly, it's about trying to push your agenda, trying to push like propaganda on there.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my god.
For me, it's just turned into like a sales site.
Yeah.
And what I mean is, it's just all of my old colleagues going, I work for this company.
Yeah.
Just,
Ooh, look at me.
by the way, yeah, can you guys come and buy some stuff? I'm like, no,
Yeah.
go away,
That's
leave me
it.
alone. I don't care what you're doing.
It's like motivational. Oh, you know what? Be the best person you can possibly be. Get up this morning, smash it. By the way, if you need any help to smash it, here's the 25% off. Use this link. Use this discount code. Oh,
Yeah.
mate.
Oh no,
yeah.
there's a few. I've seen a few of those actually.
Yeah.
And I'm not the best looking, but it's funny. I don't promote that stuff either. But yeah, I've seen a few people sort of my age and things, and they're promoting all of that. And then you see them in the street, and like, fuck, you look worse than me.
Oh, it's a joke, mate. Honestly, we could probably do a whole episode on it. Yeah, but it is absolute joke nowadays. It's not what it used to be. But then social media's gone crazy as well. To be fair, no matter what platform you're on. But I just find that Facebook is genuinely the worst. It seems to be like the entry level for older people to get onto the social media as well. Facebook is like the first stop for anyone. Like, I know my dad's the same. My dad's he jumped on WhatsApp and then Facebook. Now he's still on Facebook, so he's not on any of the other social medias. But yeah, he would just spend a whole day just scrolling through Facebook posts, liking the most random thing, sending us ridiculously stupid videos that make no sense. Like, and he would forward the links on as well. Like, I found one video which was absolutely ridiculous. It says something like, "Oh, don't buy this company's products. They put acid in their product, and people are not well now." And it was a link for Pepsi. So I was like. Surely, like, one of the most popular drinks in the world doesn't do this stupid shit. Like, oh, mate. Oh, it's so fucking funny, man, honestly. It's so funny.
It is brilliant. It is. If you don't take it seriously, it's fantastic. But I want to know how Facebook works out what you're looking at, right? Because most sites
It's interesting
because like I got my things that I normally scroll down, usually a lot of the nonsense that we chat about, and then every now and again it will just throw me a curveball. It'll be like some women's feminist group, and I'm just like, when did I ever search that?
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, it's like they're trying to like balance out your your searches. Yeah. No, it's so funny. I don't know how, like, in this day and age where Facebook is trying to build a profile of you so they can like get the marketing and the advertisements tailor made towards your interests. How horrifically wrong they can get it sometimes. It's like this is everything I stand against. Like, you're trying to promote it to me. What's going on there? Oh my god!
No, I just as I say, I don't know how they work it out, because it should be 99% all the junk that we talk about. UFOs, bloody pyramids, all that stuff. Just the women's rights movements. I mean, women's rights. You do what you need to do. Absolutely. It's all good. No complaints here. It's weird. It's popped up on my feed when I've never searched for it. I reckon my missus is on my phone. Just
racking up
pulling
those
a
cookies.
cocoa melon on me.
This will show him.
Yeah, exactly. There he asks what's for tea.
Yeah.
When he's not making it.
Oh my god! I remember relating back to football, right? So I remember one time, obviously because I'm a big Villa fan, all my searches, like when I'm looking for news, is Villa, blah blah blah. Click on the main website. Facebook obviously picked that up and said, "Do you know what? We're gonna recommend this Facebook group for you. It's a Villa fan group. It's got about 100 people in it. You might enjoy it." I was like, "Okay, cool." Clicked on it. Didn't join it. I just clicked on it just to see what's going on. And the top post was, "Oh my god, guys, you won't believe this, but a player's broken his leg today in training, and this news is expected to come out at 6 p.m. tonight. I'm devastated, heartbroken, blah blah blah." And in the comments is all like, "Oh my god, how could this happen? God damn it!" Like, you know what I mean? Like, what's going on with this club? Why isn't the medical team sorting this out? One sensible person asked, "Oh, if that's true, that's shocking, but who's your source?" And no word of a lie, this guy said, "Well, I don't really want to give my sources away, but I'll tell you in this group. It's basically, I know the tea lady at the stadium, and her daughter also works there, and her husband is a physio, apprentice physio for the men's team. So we've gone from Doris the tea lady to her daughter to her husband to her fictitious. Like, it was ridiculous, and obviously 6 p.m. comes, nothing came out, and then the player's absolutely fine. He's playing the football the next day. I'm just thinking, how gullible do you have to be? This is so bad. Like, why would you do this just for a little bit of attention? This is ridiculous. Why would you make this up? And it really pissed me off. And then I was like, of course I'm not joining this fucking group. It's like deluded people in there.
That is Chinese whispers on top of Chinese whispers. Isn't it?
Fake news. Yeah, it's just ridiculous. So why? What was it all for? Just so that you could be like, I got them. You're just duping innocent fans like that, like your fellow fans, into believing something stupid. But I was just like, my god, that's how daft people can be. People's stupidity never ceases to amaze me, mate. I swear to God.
Thing is, we all get caught out now and again, though. Yeah, that's the thing. Absolutely. You get sucked into something, and you're like, "Oh, is this right? Yeah. Is this right?" And then you dig a little deeper, and you're like, "No, it's rubbish."
No, absolutely, mate. Honestly, it's so flipping funny.
It's just strange how people get so angry about it before they've even had a chance to look.
Do you know what I find as well? I think a lot of people, and this is terrible, because I've probably been a bit guilty of this myself. But some people base their whole opinion just based off headlines. Yep. Do you know what I mean? Most people, it's weird online that I see, right? The headline can be complete like clickbait. Article can completely say something else, but people will base their whole argument based on the headline. And this is through all walks of life. I found this, and I've been in quite a few like football like chats on WhatsApp, right? And we're talking stuff, and someone will post a link to an article, but just base their whole argument on the actual headline. And I'll be like, "Yeah, but did you read the article though?" And they'll be like, "Yeah." I'll be like, "No, you didn't. You fucking idiot. You're chatting shit." Because if you did, you'd see that the article, that was a headline, but the article would say something like, "And this person who was completely wrong said this." Like, you know what I mean? No, but it was like, trust me. And I'll just be like, just do your due diligence. Just do a bit of reading, and you'll find what you're looking for. But so many people are like that. No one has time anymore, mate. No one. Do you know what I mean? The short attention span. This is TikTok now.
Well, it's a mixture of things, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's people don't have time, and there's just simply too much in the public space. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but there is just simply too much. You've got all the social media stuff going on. You've got all the stuff that we chat about, all the different podcasts and things they talk about. So, again, everybody gets caught out with the odd headline now and again, and it is just clickbait, isn't it? It is just clickbait. You have to go to the sources that you have, particularly like podcasts and stuff. Go to the sources that you've watched a good few hours of their shows and things, so you know the stuff they chat about. So when they punch up a headline, you've got a vague idea of are they just taking the mick? Is this out of context on purpose?
That's right.
Or is it legit? So you've got a rough idea, because I bet there's some like sports stuff that you watch and you're like, I know they're taking the mix. So when they post a video and give it a strange name, you'll be like, but I know where that's coming from.
Exactly that, mate. Honestly, it's really funny, right? I remember I actually got done right by that. You know that sexual noise of a woman moaning really loudly?
I'm not going to do that impression.
It goes, like something like that, right? Right, so basically I was at work this week, right, and there was some...
Sorry, I think my headphone went dead when you did that noise. You want to do it again?
No, the once is enough, I think. Yeah, anyway.
That was a seal.
So basically what happened was I was at work. Luckily I was outside, right? And I had some great news coming through from my team, right? So our manager just signed a contract extension because we love him. He's amazing. And our owners love him. They want him to stay there for many years. So they gave him a contract extension. Well deserved, by the way. And someone on Twitter, fucking hell, I was going through Twitter. I was scrolling through and I didn't have my headphones on at this time, right? Because I left them at my desk. So I'm playing it and it was our CEO just basically saying exciting news about that, like the news and stuff. I played it and the volume was really low. So basically, that's on me. I'm normally quite on the beat when it comes to this kind of stuff. I know when something's gonna pop up. I know, I should know better, right? I know better. Nine times out of 10, I know that's gonna happen. So I pressed play and I thought my volume was low because obviously he's speaking, but there's no sound. And I realised my sound was quite high, and I thought, oh crap, I know what's coming up next. Before I could hit back, that sound came on, and it was super. My new speakerphone is super loud as well. So there was like 5 people to the left of me. There was a few people to my right, and I was just like, oh no! I like literally as soon I couldn't press stop before it started. But everyone knows that sound now because it's so bloody iconic. And then everyone just looked at me and I was like, yeah, hands up, I got done. I just got done. And they're like, because any time that happens to anyone, you start kind of like, you jump in and laugh at them. So I was like, I couldn't believe it. I had my hands on my head and I was like, I can't believe it. I got done. Like, this is ridiculous. I'm normally the one doing it. Like, do you know what I mean? So to get done, oh my God. But that sound is a proper killer, man. Proper embarrassment when you get done by that sound. Everyone's had it. Like, anyone listening to this podcast will know exactly what we're talking about, and everyone's had it. But yeah, it's just, mate. I thought I had my headphones in as well because I've got most of the time I have them in at work. So when I realised I didn't have them in, I thought they were in, so that's why I was trying to put the volume up because I thought they were in my ear. But when I realised they weren't, it was too late. The volume had already hit max. And I was like, oh fuck's sake.
See. And it's embarrassing enough, when you get like, there's always one in the office that has been listening to music really loud, and it's usually club music, and they've taken their headphones out and they walk off somewhere and then they press play, forgetting to put the headphones back in or something, and it just blares out, or they've got their ringtone at max and that blares out in the office, and it's like some techno beats or something.
That's right.
Like that.
That's right. Yeah.
And that's embarrassing enough for the person, but the noises that you were giving us a great example of just now.
Yeah.
Would be simply embarrassing.
Everyone knows exactly what I'm talking about. That's the thing as well. It is one of those really bad ones, man. Honestly, it would just in a public place and you get that sound, you're finished. You're absolutely finished. Especially back in the day when most people didn't have Bluetooth headphones. So
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So some people would be on their phones, just scrolling through, playing games or talking on to their friends. And boom, they watch a video and that sound comes on. It does give everyone a right chuckle, which is good. It's like none of it's like malice or like bad behaviour. Everyone just starts laughing and thinking, you got done. But yeah, Brilliant.
Brightening everybody's day.
It is. It absolutely brings everyone together. That loud moaning noise. For the lady that's absolutely enjoying herself, it brings them together. Oh, brilliant. And that's a wrap for episode 13, not episode 12, episode 13. Hope you really enjoyed listening, and yeah, thank you so much, everyone. If I could just ask everyone very kindly, follow us on Spotify and subscribe to us on YouTube and hit the thumbs up if you can. You don't have to, but you should.
It'd be great, even if you want to leave a sucky comment, but just give us a thumbs up anyway. That's cool. Yeah,
I mean, hey, call us shitheads if you want. Say what you like in the comments, but as long as you
straight in there.
Dickheads! No, if you want to give us a thumbs up, it'll help.
At least
just
be polite about it. Yeah, be polite about it.
It's fucking free. Just do it. Do it now. In fact, while you're listening to this, do it now. Yeah, I'm waiting for you. Go on. Click on the thumbs up button. God damn it! Oh no, I'm only joking. Only like it if you like it.
And if you don't like it, like it anyway. But just
yeah. But just don't hit the dislike button though. Whatever you bloody do, because that's terrible. Shame on you. But yeah, hit the likes.
Yeah, in fact, if you hit the dislike button, I think it's a rule that you then have to hit the like button 3 times, right?
Yeah, that's right.
That's the rule.
That's right. And you've got to forward it on to the podcast onto 5 other people, otherwise you get bad luck for the rest of your life.
Oh, yeah, you've got to be careful of that bad luck.
Do you remember those back in the day? Terrible.
I do, yeah. Forward this on or 50 cats are going to die.
That's right. Kittens as well. Yeah. Oh, my God.
I once didn't.
So they were the worst, mate. They were absolute
just
worst.
To be a rebel.
Yeah, I was like, I'm going to break this chain. let me suffer the consequences. Exactly. Let me suffer the consequences. Bloody hell, what were we doing? Outro,
the longest outro.
This is our longest outro in the world. Oh, right. Honestly, guys, thank you so much for listening to episode 13 of the JTS 51 podcast with me, JT, and your co-host, Si. And that's a goodbye from me.
Thank you very much. Take care. Catch you next time. Bye.
Cheers, guys.
Thank you for listening to the JTS 51 podcast. For more epic content, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for future episodes.